All right, we are good.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Combustion.
You ain't not tuned in to Lost of Yards. We got to tell you, let's kick it off. Don't try to go, we gon' pick it off. Don't try to run or I might have to stick my thumb. If you betting, just know how to pick 'em, dog. Hit the field and just play your position, dog. Lost of Yards like a sack when we hit 'em. Lost of Yards, took 'em back, give you in the ball, it can go all the way. Rep make the call, they don't know how to play. You get in trouble if you stay in my way. We all took a loss, just part of the game. Came out to lose, it's just part of the name. I would just not to move and be caught in the chase. We all want the chip, I ain't talking about late. Hit a pick, come with 6 if you throw it our way. Bring your stats in case you ain't see it. This song gonna tell you how coaches perceive it. I'm just gonna get my 2 cents for no reason. To play it off like the end of the season. You ain't not tuned in to Lost of Yards. We got the tutty, let's kick it off. Don't try to throw, we gon' pick it off. Don't try to run or I might have to stick my thumb. If you bet it, just know how to pick 'em, dog. Hit the field and just play your position, dog. Lost of Yards like a sack when we hit 'em. Lost of Yards, took 'em back and we win. You ain't not tuned in to Lost of Yards. We got the tutty, let's kick it off. Don't try to throw, we gon' pick it off. Don't try to run or I might have to stick my thumb. If you bet it, just know how to pick 'em, dog. Hit the field and just play your position, dog. Lost of Yards like a sack when we hit 'em. Lost of Yards, took 'em back and we winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the Lost Yard Podcast. You got your boys here. You got Coach Saul, you got E, you got your boy Deuce, and you got your boy Matty Ice. Boys, I tell you what, every single week it gets more and more exciting. And
100%.
100%. So we have a lot to talk about this week. We had a lot of exciting games happening. We're going to look forward to next week. And then each of us have a little bit, I want to say controversy, but we all have our hot takes. So if you're new in here, before we get started, make sure you hit that like and follow button, hit that share button as well. All the interaction on our community, we much appreciate it. We are live on TikTok tonight. TikTok, what is good? If you're following us, if you're watching from TikTok, hit that like button and make sure you tapping the screen. All the likes are much appreciated. And yeah, let's get into it.
Yo, first of all, shout out to TikTok. I mean, this is like our first official TikTok episode. We did a little test stream yesterday, see how it all worked out. I felt like it worked out pretty well for us. So shout out to TikTok. Love seeing y'all
Absolutely.
here. If you guys got something to say, if you guys don't agree, disagree, agree, whatever you want to do, let us know because we about to say some terrible shit. I think we should all kind of introduce ourselves, kind of give a go round. I think we should all just kind of take it from here. Matt, you want to go for it?
Sure.
Start off.
For TikTok, for you guys who don't know, my name is Matt, most commonly known as Matty Ice. Huge Dallas Cowboys fan. That's my team. As you can see, I'm all decked out here. Located here in Florida, Central Florida. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Happy to be here. A little bit about me. Fun fact about me: I am a pilot on the side. So, chilling there. Coach, take it away.
Just a little pilot, you know.
Just a little. Nothing too big. No too big a deal. Yeah.
It's your boy, Coach Saul. Man,
cheers, by the way.
Cheers for sure. Right here, glass up. Your boy, Coach Saul here. Yeah, man. I've coached from JUCO to high school to. I started at Pop Warner, man. I started somewhere and kind of just enjoy football altogether. I give a.
What's good, Ben?
What's up, Ben? I kind of give a harsher take on some things. And, you know, prior Marine, I was in the Marine Corps and from 2009 to 2013.
Thank you for your service, Coach.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. So just kind of chilling, man. We just, none of us are professional here. Not everything's going to be directly on par. Nothing. If that's what you're expecting, there's plenty of shows on ESPN, NFL, any of that you can go watch it. We're just here, a couple guys, 4 dudes that kind of met up through football, and we just shooting the breeze, man. And yes, by the way, we 3 of the 4 people here live in the state of Florida, and yes, we are about to get absolutely destroyed by this hurricane. But we're here.
Deuce.
Yo, what's the fucking word? My name's Deuce. I don't know nothing about shit about nothing, but I got a whole lot of opinions. And I'm an Eagles fan, so that speaks for itself. You're gonna hear me hate a lot. You're gonna hear me talk a lot of shit. You're gonna hear me say a bunch of hot takes that probably even the hosts here don't agree with. It is what it is. That's really all I got for you, man. Go Birds.
Good stuff. Good stuff. E. Mr. E.
Obviously, the name's E. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I am not from Minnesota. I'm from Maryland. I'm the only one out of the group that is not in Florida. I've been through my fair share of hurricanes back in the day in North Carolina, but I am safe and sound up here in Maryland right now. But if you do a lot of interacting with us on social media, usually it's me. I'm the one that's usually going back and forth with y'all and doing all the promotions and stuff like that. So if you see a comment or something like that, usually it's my opinion, and I try to make sure that everybody knows it's just mine, not all four of ours. But I'm the behind the scenes guy, and obviously the 5-0.
He's the most important one.
That's my bad. I am a Baltimore Ravens fan, and I'm also a Falcons fan. You can see him back there. That pisses off this man right here. That I root for Deuce over here, Deuce down here. It pisses him off that I root for two teams for whatever reason. I got my reasons. I'll let y'all know sometime later down the road. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's go. Week 5, baby. What do we got, Matt?
Yes, week 5 was really, I tell you what, it was really exciting. There's some great primetime games. There's some great 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games. Let's start on Thursday. We had the Atlanta Falcons win a thriller in overtime against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 36-30. Coach, why don't you take the lead on this?
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of y'all that don't know, in the TikTok world, Facebook, anywhere, if you're joining here for the first time, we as a squad, we all pick our primetime games. So this next week coming up towards the end of the show, one of the last things we do on the show is we pick our primetime games. So it was Falcons versus Buccaneers. Listen, man, I'm a realist. I did not think my boys would pull it through. I chose Buccaneers. I couldn't have been more happy that I was wrong. I get it. People are like, oh, you're not a real fan. I don't give a shit. I'm here to win, even though we don't win anything, but I'm just here to beat Matt and Deuce. That's all I care about. Hey, listen, Matt, Kirk, I was about to say Matt Ryan. Jesus.
How many good have you had so far?
Kirk Cousins popped off, man. Dude went 42 for 58, 509 passing yards. That is the most in I believe in Falcons whatever history, with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. I mean, that is insane. The dude popped off, and not for nothing, Baker Mayfield really didn't do as well. I mean, he still had 3 touchdown passes, but 19 for 24. Only 180 passing yards compared to a 500-yard passing game, and the game was a lot closer than what it should have been. Then at that point, if you look at the stats, you should be like, "Wow, Falcons beat the crap out of them." No, it came down to OT. So
we love overtime. I don't think that many games have gone to overtime this year, if I'm not mistaken.
No, well, actually, like this week, a couple of them did. Yeah. A couple of them did
for sure.
But I listen. I'm thoroughly impressed with Kirk Cobain, Kirk the man, Kirk Cousins, Kirk Chains, Swag and Surf, Kirk. I mean, the dude. Hey, I can't say nothing more. He shut me up. I didn't have that much faith in him, and he did his thing.
So I remember specifically, Matt. You remember how Coach went and turned to E and said, "How do we feel about Kirk Cousins in primetime, me?" And he said, "Ain't happening." I remember that shit specifically.
Yeah. At the end of the day, anybody can have one good game, but historically, Kirk Cousins is fucking trash in primetime, and I stand by it. I witnessed it and lived it for years.
I was just saying, you're the one that would know it, right?
I have heartache in this motherfucking thing. So he can have one good game. He won primetime games for us too, but the 90% of the time he's fucking trash. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna get into it. Do you think is it? Do you think just Kirk just had one good night, or do you think this is the start of something for his prime time?
It could be.
Maybe he has a different kind of confidence now, and I hope so. I mean, I don't want to see nothing bad for Kirk. I don't think he didn't leave
For
us
sure.
with no animosity. I don't have any ill feelings towards him. I have no problems with Kirk. But at the end of the day, I mean, if his confidence is up, good for him, man.
I'm just
But I
happy.
don't see him
I'm
doing
happy
that.
Drake London had an amazing game. Dude,
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
151 yards, 154, sorry, and a touchdown. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Falcons receiving looked great on Thursday night. Yeah, like you said, Drake London with 12 catches, 154 yards and a touchdown. Darnell Mooney popped off 9
Darnell
catches.
Mooney is just
105.
an amazing supplemental player. I love it.
100%. He's a
You
great.
had what? You had 154 with London, 105 with Mooney. Pitts had 88, finally showed up. Then
Thank
you
God
had
for fantasy
Hodge,
owners.
67, McLeod 66. Like, everybody had a piece of the pie last night.
Oh yeah,
Which was
100%.
awesome.
Thank God Pitts got involved.
Yeah, I think
have
I'm.
him in fantasy, bro. For 3 years I've had him. He never does shit for me. He finally did
Fuck no.
something. He
Yeah, I'm
finally
starting-
did something.
I'm starting to really regret my hot take.
What was your hot take?
Which one?
My hot take at episode 1 or episode 0. I said my hot take was Kyle Pitts is going to catch for 1,000 yards.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was a bad
wow.
hot take, bro.
Yeah.
That was a
You
bad
shouldn't
hot
have
take.
brought that up. Now I'm
I
gonna
know.
like,
We all
You're gonna
forgot
clown my
about
ass.
it, dog.
yeah.
Now I'm clipping. I'm gonna
Now
clip
I'm
all
like,
of
Ah,
Matt's hot
shit.
takes. I'm clipping all of Matt's hot takes.
Ah,
Let's put them all in one compilation.
Courtney,
Man,
I
appreciate
appreciate the heads up. I appreciate the heads up. She said he will
You
eventually.
gotta
let
think
you down.
she's a Commanders fan, so she had him before the Vikings. So
Absolutely.
Mm.
All right, moving down the list, we had our first London game of the year. We had E's Minnesota Vikings are 5-0 against the New York Jets, who really we got to talk about. We got to talk about. By the way, we had some breaking news coming out of New York. Do you want to take that away, E?
Yeah, they fired Rob Saliva.
Yes.
What up, Rig? What up, Rig?
Rig, what's good, baby?
I will
Go ahead,
say
go ahead, take it away, E.
this was the first time that I wasn't fully impressed with my team. We came out the second half super flat. Obviously we came out hot. We looked good in the first half, but that second half we put that cruise control on. It was just, I don't know, man.
That's twice in a row. You guys have put a nasty little cruise control on and let teams creep by.
And it just makes it's like one of the things. It's like obviously we had a lot of good things. Our defense still looked good. They saved our ass once again, but our offense is coming out really hot in the first half, and then the second half our offense isn't clicking for some reason. Now, granted, like I talked to multiple people. The Aaron Jones thing, I told him going out is going to be crucial to our run game. I like Ty Chandler, but he's not an RB1. He's not.
He's a good backup. He's a good backup.
He has a couple good explosive plays, but he's not Aaron Jones caliber. So, I mean, that was I think a big hit for us.
What's the word on Jones?
They said that he was lucky enough to avoid a serious injury. They're not sure if a bye week would be long enough for him to come back by the time we get back on the field, but they're hopeful. But I haven't read fully into it yet, but I'm hearing Hawkinson's making some serious strides to get back on that field, so it's gonna be good to get him back.
There you go.
I can't wait to see our offense full. We haven't had a full offense yet.
Was Sam Darnold shaking up? I think. Am I tripping or did that happen?
He got shaken up on one play. I actually didn't see that little bunch of plays after that. He fucking went down, and I was driving, and my game went out. I said, "Are you kidding me?" He literally was getting help by medical staff, and my feed went dead. And then when I came back, he was back on the field. So I mean, obviously it couldn't have been long.
Well, then fucking Rodgers was like crawling his old ass across the fucking field at one point. Like, I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. He is done. That was his career. That's it. There was a lot of weird shit that happened injury wise this week. We'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
But I think we should definitely talk about how Robert got fired on his day off. That's crazy. They were 2-3. So my question is That's 100%. This may be a hot take here, but in my opinion, that's 100% Aaron Rodgers. He don't like the dude. They had that awkward exchange. Remember on the sideline, he tried to give him a hug. He gave him that stank eye. Very weird. What up, Bill? What up, Bill? Hey, Rig, I'm happy your family got out, man. We are stuck here. We're gonna ride it through just like some true Floridians. Yeah, Bill chimes in. That's all Aaron Rodgers, dude. Aaron Rodgers wanted him out, and he got him out. That man, I can't believe that man has that much. And this may be just that conspiracy crap, but that man, I can't believe that man still has that much power because that dude is gone with a 2-3 record. That's crazy. There are teams far worse than them, and he is gone.
Yeah, it's over.
I don't like that decision,
dude. What's even crazier about that is he was blindsided for one. For two, apparently he said that he was planning on firing his offensive coordinator before he got fired. These are all rumors. These are all rumors that I've read, like that's been popping up that he says he's been talking to people. For two, they escorted him out of the building and wouldn't even let him tell his team that he got fired.
Wow,
that talk about like drama.
Rumors, but these are all like, and it's been multiple news sources saying it, but they didn't even let him say bye to his team. Hey, I got fired. Nothing. Just escorted out immediately.
Hang on. Danielle in the TikTok chat said I can't hear him. Danielle in the TikTok chat.
Who can't you hear, Danielle?
While we're waiting for that, let's see. Yeah, I mean that's big drama.
Bill comment said, in my opinion, if Rodgers plays like crap and misses the playoffs, he's retiring. He can't hear you.
You know what? He probably can't hear any of us except you.
No, your mic is muted, dog.
I just muted it, so I was listening to the feed.
Okay. I have the feed down right now.
No, she can hear.
For some reason, she can hear all three of y'all, but mine's not coming through on TikTok.
Oh, that's weird.
Because you're not getting picked up on that screen cap.
But it shouldn't be that because it's the window capture. It's not anything else.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. Hey, we appreciate it, Rig, man. You have a great night, dog. We appreciate you showing up like you always do.
Be safe, all right?
Giving us some support, man. We appreciate you, dog.
Is Rick hopping off? I want to ask him about those Houston uniforms, but he can.
Oh yeah. Damn. Fucking butt juice.
Them ugly ass uniforms. Damn, I really wish Rick would be here. All right, let's bump. I guess we kind of all have the not general consensus, but we all kind of feel the same way about this. That they did that man dirty, and he was kicked out of a team that almost. I think that was a little bit of a haste.
Yeah.
Haste decision on firing him.
To be fired before he did. I'll say that.
Well,
I think it was definitely just a personal thing.
Here's the thing. There, like we were saying, there's plenty of other coaches. I could list 5 other coaches who are on a bigger hot seat than he was.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's crazy. So if you just tuned in, Robert Saleh, head coach of the Jets, just got fired this morning. He's been relieved of his duties. Defensive coordinator, I can't remember his name. He's going to be taking the interim coach place in.
That's crazy. The uniform. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Rick. Rick said he loved them uniforms, dog. I couldn't. We're on a different page here, man.
Them uniforms are fucking made to make a colorblind person have a seizure. I swear to God.
Indeed. Oh man. One more thing on this game. Aaron Rodgers he didn't look comfortable. He doesn't look comfortable anymore. There was a couple plays where he looked like old Aaron Rodgers, but I think that's just the trend. He's never going to return to his old self, and he just doesn't look comfy.
Fucking when like his receivers drop a pass, like there was a few times where he hit him in the hands, and it was like it was tough passes too. There was I think 2 times in particular I can think of, and the receiver basically hit him in the hands, dropped the pass, and it was just the way that he had looked at them. That's like he doesn't treat anybody with value at all whatsoever. It's probably really hard to play with that guy.
I hear if you're like his number 1s and 2s, he's great to you. Outside of that, it's like no.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Rig says the only issue I had with them was it was hard to make the numbers out from the stands. From the TV standpoint, we were just watching the highlights of the games in our chat before.
numbers look pink.
They almost look pink. Yeah, they almost look pink. And that old English H, get that shit out of here, bro. That shit was so bulky. Man, Riggs, don't get me started on that shit.
You're muted, so.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at shit, bro.
Oh,
I'm
you're
trying to
good. You're
figure
good.
my TikTok shit up.
All
You're
right,
good.
let's get it going. Next one. Let's get to the next game.
Well, I was gonna say, do you have anything else to touch on the Vikings? Or are you good?
No, I mean, like I was saying, is we look good, but we had flat moments. I'm just trying to see us do a whole complete game, kind of how we were doing at the beginning.
For sure. Going in the bye week 5-0, by the way. That's great.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, I would have never thought we'd be us and the Chiefs would be the only undefeated team going in the week.
Facts.
The next week, so it's crazy to me.
Bill brings up a good point here. He says if Adams goes to the Jets, he's going to be pissed when Rodgers is gone next year. I completely agree with you, and that is 100% more than likely because I don't know. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers he had a bad year last year. He's having a rough year this year. I don't see him sticking it out. There's realistically no point for him to sticking it out.
Exactly. Speaking of the Houston, so we were just talking about Houston. Let's bounce to that game. We had the Houston Texans hosting the Buffalo Bills. Really, I thought that was going to be a really good matchup. Offensively, ended up being a pretty defensive game. Texans take the thriller 23-20. They went on a game-winning field goal with time remaining. My big thing there was the Bills really that second to last drive before they punted away with like 14 seconds to go. I don't know. Josh Allen I don't know what happened there. I think he just kind of stalled. And I know they're just trying to get out of the end zone, but that pretty much cost him the game.
Bro, I'm going to tell you what. Josh Allen was knocked the fuck out cold, bro. That man had a concussion.
How was he able to come back onto the field, bro?
It's crazy. First of all, he waved off his head. They allowed that shit to happen, and then they probably in their head like, "Oh, we can't. We have to at least make him go in the tent." So they set the tent up, had him go in. He was back out the next fucking play, or maybe not the next play, the play after that. 100%.
Yeah, that was really strange.
Look,
20. Probably
you know what's crazy? Somebody caught on video that as he was running up, that somebody was trying to hand him something. Somebody was trying to hand him something to take, and it's just
Advil.
Melatonin. But it's just crazy because dude was out cold, and to the point where they had personnel on the field, everything, and he missed a play. One play he missed, and then he was back onto the field. It makes no sense how that is even remotely okay. That was complete hogwash. Hogwash, dude. That just goes to show that this concussion protocol stuff is a joke because that dude was out.
Yeah, I think that something needs to be investigated behind that. I think because they even spent a lot of time. They stopped the game for like a decent amount of time, and Josh was like, "No, I remember." He was like, "No, I'm good. He was shaking off the ref. So, but nonetheless, he didn't have that much offense going for him. He had nine. He went 9 for 30, 131 yards and a touchdown. That
terrible.
Is not good.
Terrible
not good at all.
And you remember in the beginning of the season, everybody's like MVP. Josh Allen's having an MVP year. No. Josh Allen is going to do exactly what Josh Allen does every single time. Starts off great, and now he is just blah. He is not that good. As soon as he plays any kind of fierce competition, he cannot handle it.
Yep. And again, they still have. Well, they were playing without their number one receiver, Shakir, as well. But again,
okay. Here's the fluky Bills schedule. Bills played the Cardinals 34-28. Garbage.
I should have lost because Arizona was leading that whole game.
Right. Then the Bills play a beat up Dolphins team 31-10. Garbage. Bills beat a shitty Jaguars team 47-10. Okay. Now here comes a stiff competition. Bills play the fucking Ravens. Ravens beat the dog snot out of them 35-10. And then they play the Texans 23-20. That was a closer game, yeah, but Josh Allen looked like crap. 9 for 30? Are you kidding me? That's not 50%.
That's fucking terrible.
What is that in percentage wise?
It's not even 30%. 10 for 30. We can't do math here on loss of yards, but it's not even a third.
It's insane, bro. So
that's bad. On the other side of the ball, CJ Stroud looked like a whole dog. 28 for 38, 331 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Big thing on that offensive side, Nico Collins, their number one receiver, he went down with an injury. I haven't looked into how severe it is. Hopefully not, because I have him in a couple of my fantasy leagues. And he is definitely a fantasy producer.
I'm kind of excited that Diggs had a pretty good game.
Yes, against his former team, nonetheless.
Stroud is solid.
Did you see the still shot of him looking at? Did you see the still shot of him looking at Josh Allen at the end of the game? There's a still shot where he's side.
Oh yeah, he's side-eyed him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People are already making that shit a meme, bro. They're already making that shit, bro.
It's a deep side-eye, bro. It's so deep
for sure.
But
yeah. I will say that if Nico Collins is out for a significant, I think he said he's week to week. But this is Stefan Diggs' time to step up for sure. Danielle in the TikTok chat, appreciate the heart me. If you're in the TikTok chat, make sure you double tap that screen, hit the follow button.
Show some love. We appreciate y'all. If you on Facebook, if you on whatever, YouTube, just Twitch. Give us some likes, give us some follows. We appreciate it. Comments. We always talk with our community, man. We all about it. Next game, what do we got, brother?
Well, last thing on that game as well is that the Texans were also banged up on their running side. I mean, they had Cam Akers, who, he's been in the league for a couple years, but they're also missing their two starters. That Joe Mixon out for a second straight week, and
that guy
Damian Pierce.
Pissing me off. I have him on fantasy, and he is killing me.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Get
for sure.
better, Mixon.
Do better, bro. Let's see. Here's another exciting one. We had a AFC North showdown between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And Coach, I want to touch on this again. I want you to touch this one again. The Ravens really look like they should have lost this game.
Yeah.
What do you mean we should have lost?
No disrespect. I mean, I think they look dead in the water. I know the Bengals really did choke it, but
damn.
Come
on a second. How do we should have lost this game? We played to the final bell, man. To the final thing.
Let's talk about that play by Lamar.
But you did look.
Oh my God, that play.
I'm just saying.
Lamar tried to give it away, bro. Lamar, what? Bill, what? Bill is the. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't follow him on Facebook. Bill is the biggest Lamar Jackson hater on the face of earth, and he won't admit it. But that motherfucker is. Anytime he has a chance to compare him to his gracious Patty Mahomes,
bro.
Okay,
I'm tell you that
that play,
the overtime was not that was one thing, but the play where he almost fumbled, did he fucking stiff arm homeboy off of him and then hit a dime in the end? Like, come on, bro. I don't want to hear nothing.
Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that.
Fair. I mean, would you consider that the play of the year though, or a top candidate for the play of the year?
That's a top candidate
right now. It's top.
That is insane. The amount how he was able to keep that play going and all the every possible thing could have went wrong. He fumbled the ball from the snap. The defensive end got to him immediately, got away from it, kind of chucks it across his body off of his back foot and hits the dude not wide open, but the dude had to go up and grab it a little bit. Amazing play. Amazing play.
I think the only reason I'm beefing with that play is because is it likely that called it?
Yeah.
And Mark Andrews still is pissing me the fuck off because I have him in a couple fantasy leagues and he's just pissing me off.
Listen,
So-
I mean, it wasn't a perfect game, but Lamar Jackson went 26 for 42, 348 yards with 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. The guy did his thing. Derrick Henry had a pretty decent game. He kind of did nothing throughout the game. He had that one clutch ass run. Lamar Jackson had 55 rushing yards. I mean, the guy is doing everything. Somebody's typing away.
Who the fuck is typing their fingers off?
It was me.
Yo, you have a typewriter? What is that?
No, my mic is always sitting right next to the keyboard.
Whoa. Hey,
Oh,
hey, what the fuck mic are you using right now?
oh, he's working on it. Okay, he's working on it.
All right, so
Anyways,
Zay Flowers with 111 receiving yards. I mean, everybody, we had multiple guys, 2, 4, 6. We had 6 guys with double-digit receiving yards. He was getting everybody involved, man. I don't want to hear it. You guys can hate on Lamar all you want. I will never forget when I first watched him and that clip of him doing that highlight, and he did like that step back, and the dude flies right in front of him when he was in high school, and he just walks into the end zone. That's the day I fell in love with that dude. Before he was even a Raven, and he was in Florida, baby.
I agree with Tessa says.
What was the final score of the game?
It was 41-38 in overtime.
Exactly. Way too many points.
So again?
That's only way too many points.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a division game, so it was expected to be high
game.
scoring.
Don't give me the way too many points. It was a division game. They always have that game. That game has always been tough. We were down and we came back and we didn't stop fighting.
You know what I got? You know what I got out of that game? I got T. Higgins scoring a bunch of points for me and winning my fantasy league.
Yeah, that on the Bengals side. Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to touch on the Bengals side real quick. T. Higgins finally popped off. He had 2 touchdowns, 9 catches for 83 yards. Jamar Chase, 10 catches, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Do you think? Do you think Joe Burrow's back?
No,
because his fucking hair is still fucking.
he looks like a superhero.
And I was just a little baby boy. My mama used to tell me these crazy things.
Joe, you know what's sad? Actually, you know what's funny? Okay, let me give you something. And this is gonna be a hot take, or this will be a regular take.
Good.
Joe Burrow isn't shit without his boy Higgins and Chase. If one of them is hurt, he is absolutely nothing, and he proved it because he was only able to do something when Jamar Chase did it was a 2 to 3 yard pass, and the guy breaks off to make a 70-yard play. He gets all the credit for those yards, but that's all. That's all he is.
That's a hard ask from any quarterback, really. Like, you got to be beyond elite to be able to say both of my top receivers are down. I'm still going to be able to make this work on a consistent basis. That's a fucking rough ask. I've been going through it the past couple of weeks. We can't do it even with an elite fucking halfback. Well, then again, with the play calling. But at the end of the day, it's still a rough ask. Like, how many people can do that?
No, because not everybody has 2 amazing wide receivers.
True.
Okay. Who do we have outside of Zay Flowers on the Ravens?
Aguilar, which is
Bateman.
Fuck Aguilar.
Okay.
But that's why you're a real run W fucking offense.
Okay. Now here's my thing. Will Higgins go to another team and be the number 1? Yes. Will Chase go to another team and be number 1? Yes. You can't say the same thing about the guys that are the number 2s on most of any other team. I'm just using my team as an example. You get what I'm saying? He has 2 number 1s on his team.
I could even argue with my team. Addison, I don't even know if he would be a number 1. Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
But I don't think so. He's more of a slot 2 than me. Addison's great. I think he's a great receiver, but
100%. He's solid.
I don't think he's a 1. He's a slot or 2 to me everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Higgins is easy that way.
Well, I think the Cowboys had this situation a couple years back when they had both CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper.
Cowboys just suck, though.
All right, man.
No matter who you have.
Whatever,
my take last week was Cowboys is the most hated team, regardless. Them and the Chiefs.
You think they're more than the Chiefs?
I think I hate the Chiefs more.
I'm not saying that.
After watching last night, and we'll get into it, I got my notes and I got my videos. Be ready, Bill.
Dude,
Bill, I'm coming to your team.
I shit you not, Coach. I watched all of your Chief hate today. I rewatched the watch party. You were going in on them, and I have some clips. There's gonna be some more clips coming.
Oh, hey, I'm all for it.
Oh, I know. Oh, look at the way. God, let me stop. Hey, Troy, look at the way Patrick Mahomes handles those balls. Oh, my God. He's the only guy that handles balls like that.
God dang, dude. Just let them play. Freaking announcers, bro. All right, next game.
All right, let's bounce to Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Jaguars Duval got their first win against the Indianapolis Colts. It wasn't an easy win. It was actually, we were watching the highlights before this. It was a pretty strong offensive battle. Jacksonville comes up top 37-34. I want to ask you this. Joe Flacco, he went 33 for 44, 359 yards, and 3 touchdowns. What is it about him does he still have that dog in him?
He will forever be a dog.
He absolutely has that dog in him. My thing is like here's what we were talking about this a little bit before when we were in the lobby waiting for the show tonight. That man has went and been a backup, and every team that he's been a backup for when he's had to come in, he wins. He fucking wins. It doesn't matter what team he plays for. That's the thing. It's not like he has one good team and he's done it one time. He's done it for multiple teams everywhere he goes. Why is this man not starting somewhere? He might be old, but he fucking wins.
True.
Well, he didn't win though.
Well, what I'm saying is, you know, I said in other teams he wins. Like with the Browns last year, he won.
I don't know if you guys really care too much about this game, but I think we should just make this one a quick take. I mean, congratulations, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, I mean, you did enough, dude. I don't want to keep judging this kid. He doesn't have really nobody to throw to. Like we talked about, he doesn't have a number one. You know what I'm saying? He has to make a number one receiver. Brian Thomas, I mean, he's good one game, and then you don't hear shit from him for 7 games. Cool.
True. Yeah, that's all we got to really say about that game. Joe Flacco popped off.
Congratulations, Joe Flacco. He probably can win some games with the Colts. I mean, the Colts are a decent team. I don't know how long AR's down for, but he made a bid to stay in and stay the number one. Honestly,
yeah, I agree. I mean, we talk about Anthony Richardson's his body's made of wet toilet paper, so I think Joe Flacco should be the answer for a little bit. All right, moving on. Another boring game. We're going to make this quick. Miami Dolphins get the win in New England 15-10. Nothing really significant about that game. Deuce?
Snooze fest.
Shout out to Tyreek getting me fucking 10 points or whatever the fuck it was.
I tell you what, I'd say him and Christian McCaffrey have been the 2 biggest fantasy killers this year.
Yeah, dude.
That fucking game.
That game was absolute dog. Like what Bill said. I mean, that game was God.
Honestly, I had a chance to watch the highlights. I was like, yeah, I'm good on that.
Boring.
You know, this is actually, you know what's funny? This is one of I didn't even watch I couldn't tell you what happened that game. I know there's like a part of our job, not our job, you know, what we do for what we do here, but I refuse to watch the highlights on that. The game was 10-15, bro. What? And it's not even like, oh, it was a great defensive stand. No, the teams just can't get out of their own way.
Fucking suck.
You said highlights. It's so true. I mean,
exactly. That's why I didn't even turn them on.
18 for 34, 160 yards. Huntley, 18 for 31, 194 yards, and 1 interception.
Did you see the news that came from that game, though?
What?
It might be Drake.
Oh, Drake Mayo time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Drake Mayo time. So, yeah.
I saw that they're planning on starting him next game, which why would they? Going with who they got, but
yeah, I think that's it for Jacoby Brisket.
Shout out to Alex in the building, bro. Alex, all right, on our fantasy league right now, obviously it's something we're doing for the show. It's the host conference versus viewer conference versus community conference. Alex was not there for the draft. That man's team was auto-drafted. And he's been in the top 3 power ranking all 5 weeks now. It's insane. He's really beating people like Bro, don't make me.
That's crazy.
Hey, shout
there
out to
was a
Danielle.
whole-
She said that Miami Dolphins and Patriots game was a good nap. It was.
It
It
was.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm gonna tell you this though, them automated teams, you can't sleep on them because there
No.
was like 2 years ago, a guy that did the same shit, missed the whole draft, fucking won the whole league. Like, how you weren't even there, bro?
Hey, and since we're talking about this real quick, if you are anybody in our community, we don't like to call y'all fans because it's just weird. It's kind of cringy for us. Y'all are a part of our community. If y'all want to be a part of next year's fantasy football, you just let us know. We'll put y'all names in a hat. I mean, we don't know how many people we're gonna have. We're gonna try and keep it a 10-person league because it'll be us 5 in the host league. It's us and then Tess. It's us
Deuce's
5,
wife.
which is Deuce's wife. Us 5 versus 5 of our 5 people in our community. So it's a tight little group. But if you want to put in on it, you just let us know.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. That was nothing really to speak on there for that game. Let's move on to the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Bears take the win 36-10. There's a couple of things in this game. I want to talk about that ugly hit that knocked what's his name out. We were watching the highlights. We were also watching the highlights, and you want to talk about how how that guy just got knocked cold? David Moore.
That was scary. That was scary.
I'm gonna tell you
That was a hard
this.
hit.
Matt thought it was a leg injury, but when your whole body just says
Limp.
he was just laying on top of the other guy. The guy was trying to get up. He was just like, shit, I'm fucked. His body was limp, dog. He got knocked the fuck out. I don't care what anybody says. He can say he didn't. His
That was
face
more
even had that.
Josh Allen.
He even had that blank face. His eyes. He didn't. I don't think he went to sleep, but his face was blank.
Blacked out.
I'm not there. I'm not there, bro. I'm good.
All right, but we definitely got to talk about. Let's talk about Caleb Williams is finally coming around.
He finally looked comfortable.
But it is a Carolina Panther team, right?
I was about to say that.
But
You got to start.
Did he really?
You got to
Did
start
he
somewhere.
really?
I mean,
But did he really do anything?
he looked good against the Rams too. He looked good against. You can't forget last week. He looked good against the Rams too. He didn't have as many yards, but he did. He played better. You get what I'm saying? Last week he went 17 for 23, 157 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That's great. No turnovers on that play for him. You know what I'm saying? So last week he did good, and then this week against the Panthers, which is I get it, is a bad team, but realistically, are they as bad as we all say they are? Are they as bad as we all say they are? We have to see throughout this year.
They're not bad lately. You've been saying they're not bad the past couple weeks.
Right. Are they as bad now that they have a different quarterback? And let me tell you something. That Bears defense is really nasty. It's just like the Steelers defense. It's a nasty defense. They just need that offense to wake up and help them. They need them to complement them. And I think right now that Bears defense might be a little scary. So I don't know when Vikings play against them, but they got to be careful because this team is on paper. This team is scary.
It's dangerous. They're dangerous.
DeAndre Swift had another good game. DJ Moore is in form right now. Okay, you got Allen out of his injury.
The thing that we're gonna obviously need to focus on during that game when we go against them is keeping Caleb Williams under pressure constantly.
Yeah,
don't let him be comfortable. Keep him moving.
Are you going to say Caleb Williams just had a little bit of nervousness in transition coming from college, and he needed those few games to go ahead and shake that shit?
Or just
kinda
transitioning his game at all in general. Because
you know what I will say? I see him on the sidelines taking a lot of fucking anybody that's willing to give him that fucking knowledge. He's sponging, bro. I see him sponging. That's one thing I like to see.
That's good. He's willing to learn. That's what you want in a rookie quarterback.
Say that now? Are you willing to say right now? I think it was probably just he was shaking the nervousness from college transition, and be like, either he's going to play at the level he's been playing these past few games, or better, or do you think he's still going to have some drop games, inconsistencies? I don't know.
I think it's a growing year, regardless of the matter. And we need to see how he plays against some decent pressure, right? We need to see how he plays. But right now, he's spreading that ball out. He's not being selfish right now. You had DJ Moore with 105, Kmet with 57, Swift with 47, Allen 33, Everett 22. He spread the ball out to everybody with at least double-digit passing yards, and one of them with triple. So I completely disagree with Bill. The only way the Vikings lose this game is that they overlook it. The problem with the Vikings right now is they do not know how to finish. They are us. They are the Ravens.
I will say this: the first 3 games we played complete front to back, but the last 2 we haven't finished.
Yeah,
it's like. Don't get this over fucking confident, cocky. Like, I don't give a fuck if we're fucking 10-0. You got to play the whole goddamn game.
Right.
Because you could get all the way to the playoffs undefeated and fucking get kicked out in the first round. I don't.
Right.
In our division, regardless, even with the Bears, with how they've been playing, our division is scary, period. Every single team can win any given week. Yeah. Even the Packers.
Yeah, no, that whole, I think, sneakily, that division itself is probably, I would almost debate it right now and say it's the toughest division, because you have a scary Packers team that will not go down without a fight. You have a scary Detroit team that will not go down without a fight. The only team that sometimes kind of lays down is the Bears, but right now they're kind of clicking. So be careful with that team. That team can sneakily do some serious damage.
The last half of this year, when we're doing all them division games, is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Scary. It's gonna be crazy.
One other thing that happened in this game. There's a huge fight that happened at the end of the game, and I guess it's tempers flaring and all that good stuff. Any thoughts on that?
Discipline. There's no discipline there. That was all Carolina. It was good blocking, good play. Dude lost his cool. Punched the dude in the face, punched another dude in the face, and then one of the Bears guys came up and said, "All right, enough," and then he punched him. Should he have done that? No, but I mean, how many times are we going to get punched in the face before anything happens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Tess, appreciate the gift in the TikTok chat, by the way.
So what are we? There's really nothing to argue. I mean, not that there's nothing to argue. It's just Carolina's in their feelings
for it.
Carolina's in their feelings. That's all that came down to, really.
Agreed. All right, moving on.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Okay. I'm big on. I would love to get why is hockey the only fucking sport where motherfuckers can fight? I would like to see them pop the helmet off and throw
just a couple. Just fucking start throwing down.
I don't. There's no rules.
No.
That would be hilarious.
Well, because then you get injuries. Because I mean, players nowadays are softer than wet toilet paper. So,
no, I would disagree. Players are so much stronger now. These guys come out there. Look at Derrick Henry. He spends $250,000 on his diet to make sure that he's eating right during the season.
When he benches what, like 700?
Right, like the dude is an absolute animal.
What if they could solve it like this way, where they didn't take their helmet off and they just had to try to fucking tackle each other real quick? First one to pin the other one. Boom.
He just wants to see some fighting. He don't give a fuck.
Get that aggression out. I think that would bring our fucking rivalries back, because I don't know if y'all seen it with that fucking Darius Slay on fucking Michael Parsons podcast. Fuck me. But rivalries are fucking not even real anymore, bro. It's weird. So I think sometimes you just need to fucking go ahead and let that testosterone flow again. And we made it so soft as it is. Defenses have a hard time playing without catching flags every play. So it's fuck it, let them get it out somewhere.
But you know what though? You wonder if the rivalries are dead because so many people are fucking joining teams in their conferences now.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking interchangeable like free agents going to their same conference.
Never used to be like that.
Look at the Ravens.
This last off season, that's all it was a bunch of interconference fucking trades.
Look at the Ravens. The safety went to the Bengals. He hasn't done shit. You had Clowney go to the Steelers. He hasn't done shit. So it's just weird. That's why I don't. Yeah, the whole rivalry thing. I just don't think it exists anymore, and half of these dudes are boys on top of each other. On top of all that,
Hold on, Goose. Half these people are boys are on top of each other. What? Hold up, man.
No, I said on top of all that, it's just, I mean, it's just stupid. There's no real rivalry. Now, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I just think, I don't know. I remember people getting fucking bloody in rivalry games.
Yeah.
Like, shit got crazy.
Yeah, the Ray
think of
Lewis era, fucking Brian Urlacher era, when the
yeah.
Bears hated the freaking Green Bay Packers, and there was like actual bloodshed and just, you know, it was awesome.
And the other thing you can argue too is that the NFL is so anal. The NFL is so anal. They're going to find anything. They'll find players for anything nowadays. And I don't think that the NFLPA is not going to protect them either. So you can argue that too.
I mean, there are things that need to go away that are kind of trying to trend right now, like the whole thing of shooting people when they're down and you make a big pit or whatever. Like, there's no room for that. There's no room for that. You have so many other celebrations that you can do. Let's pick something else. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about that last night. That's just there's no room for it.
Will get you flagged, bro. Like, taunting at your opponent will get you flagged. Like, why, bro? Like, you're killing you're killing the fucking energy, bro. Like, legitimately, if somebody has to worry about how they can celebrate in that moment when the adrenaline's kicking, it's crazy, dog. Let that man celebrate however the fuck he feels he wants to. Outside of obviously some inappropriate shit. But at the same time, let that shit flow.
For sure. All right, let's move on to the next game. Wow, the Washington Commanders. I tell you what, they're probably one of the hottest teams right now in the NFL. They beat the snot out of the Cleveland Browns 34-13.
He really is. You're just as soft as your defense, dog.
Hey, bro. All right, man.
Listen, I'm telling you right now.
I'm being a realist, bro.
I am too, and I completely agree with you. Deuce and your Eagles have got to be careful. That team is playing nice.
I get it, but my team is back together. My injury list is very thin right now.
Oh,
yeah. Pretty sure everybody's back, bro. Everybody's back. We're gonna be fine. I mean, Washington's playing great, but they haven't played.
Okay, I will say that they haven't really played a legitimate opponent. They have Baltimore coming up this week, so that's gonna be a game I'm gonna be watching for sure.
I saw a thing where they tried to flex that game in the,
I was just about to talk about that.
In the network fucking like
CBS
way better than what the fucks they have going on.
Yes, the Sunday night game this week is going to be Bengals Giants. Who wants to watch that?
The Giants, yo, Daniel Jones is coming with some fucking heat, boy.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Just saying, I think that the Commanders Ravens game is going to be a fucking shootout. Honestly.
Exactly. Hey, let us know in the chat. Do you think that the Commanders-Ravens game should have been flexed to Sunday night rather than the Bengals and Giants? Let us know if you're still here in the chat. And if you're still here, make sure you hit that like button, you hit that follow button. If you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, hit the follow button. We appreciate all the interaction in the community. Commanders 34, Browns 13. Deshaun Watson, the Browns are just looking like the old Browns right now. It's just there's no good chemistry going right now. Deshaun Watson went 15 for 28, 125 yards and a touchdown. He just doesn't look comfortable. Unfortunately, they can't really do anything. They can't bench him because he's locked in a contract there. I mean, they could bench him, but I don't think Stefanski is going to make that
Who they have
decision.
behind them now?
They have Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that better.
You're not really getting much better than that.
No. Jameis Winston. So
hey, easy on Jameis, man. He's a great guy.
He is a good
weird. A little weird. Little loose in the screws up top.
I saw like a compilation video of him not too long ago. I was like, I never realized how weird he was.
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck is
she was like, did you see the one when she was talking about like pain? He goes, no, yes, a lot of pain everywhere, a lot of pain. And you're just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that's not the question, Doc.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. My boy Rahul, who's not here right now, he's a huge Commies fan. He would not get off my case about this win. He's just,
it's not an impressive win, so I don't know why he's on your case about it.
Because they're 4-1. Because they're 4-1. That's why.
And I'm going to be frank with you. Jaden Daniels really didn't do nothing like out of this world. I mean, he played good. He was 14 for 25, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, from what it looks like, it was more or less wide open plays, and they're doing long runs. You get what I'm saying? So,
and I'll tell you what.
I want to see what happens when they play a stiffer competition.
Fuck no, I didn't become a Commies fan. Hell no. Over my dead body.
No, she's saying that you said that when you were referring to somebody else being a fan.
Oh. No, never would I ever become a Commies fan.
We need to go put it.
That's crazy. I will say though, Terry McLaurin, he looked. I mean, for all the not good quarterbacks they've had for his time in Washington, he's finally looking like a wide receiver number 1. He had 4 catches for 112 yards.
He's always looked like wide receiver number 1. What are you talking about?
Well,
McLaurin's a fucking beast.
This is the first year I've noticed that he's like actually like solid.
Somebody put Go Taylor's boyfriend on TikTok.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, brother. Don't let me wait till we get to that game. Wait till we get to that game.
But yes, I am excited for that Washington Ravens game coming up this week.
Yeah,
definitely. It's gonna.
I will say this though, they said that Jaden did break another record, saying he was the first quarterback to get to 1,000 passing yards and 250 rushing yards. So I mean, he's still breaking records.
We gonna see.
I mean, they're comparing him to what's his face, the rookie from was it Paul? Not Paul Brown. Whatever his name is.
I just did a quick Google search
of what
the last 5 years. No, wait, last 10 years, right, for quarterbacks in Washington.
Dude, I saw that stat. I was actually just talking about that shit.
25.
How many quarterbacks they've had?
20.
It's crazy, bro.
That's 25.
That's awful.
That's
how close that franchise is.
That's 2+ every year.
I mean, I remember you remember Kirk Cousins was originally in Washington.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, RG3, Colt McCoy. Who else?
No, that's not right.
Fitzpatrick was there. He played like a game. I think he did it just to say that he played in Washington. Sound like a one-year deal.
This has them. Okay, this was wrong.
Trying to think who else.
It was a lot though.
Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke.
Heineke was there. Yeah. All right.
All right. Moving on.
Next.
Yeah. Next game. 4:00 slate there was a couple interesting ones, a couple not so interesting. Let's start with the Raiders and the Broncos.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. No. You're good. A lot of people. I was looking all throughout social media, and people are hyping up the Broncos for no reason.
I don't understand. They're not really doing anything.
I don't. Broncos win 34-18 against a struggling Raiders team. Bo Nix, he's getting better and better each week. He went 19 for 27, 206 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
I just said they took out many shoes. And
Garner did get benched. He did get benched after.
That's not. But those stats are not beating a good defensive team.
No, hell no. Broncos are
with the goddamn coach talking about, look, when I call the plays, we score or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Did you see his press release when they asked him what they were arguing about?
Nah.
He did the same shit the last time and gave like the most like fucking like crazy off the wall answer and didn't even answer the question. He's like, oh, he said that he loved me, and that's all he said. They're like, what was that argument with with you and the head coach on science? Oh, he said that he loved me, and they just stared at him. That was it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
One thing in this game I'm curious to hear about. Garner, as we just mentioned, Garner did get benched. Is that it for him?
Yeah, I would say so.
You'd say so?
I would say so.
That's the mustache back.
Not many shoes, man.
Nah.
I mean, O'Connell came in and he threw an interception.
He had 94 yards.
He went 10 for 20. So he's at 50%.
That's really bad in the league nowadays, though.
Yeah.
Pass heavy league. 50% is bad.
I don't know. They might give him another shot just because the guy behind him isn't any better. So it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on from that, Broncos.
Hold on, time out a second. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold on,
my
wait a minute.
My bad.
I missed this comment. Bill trying to talk some shit over here.
Oh,
yeah,
here we
better
go.
than Lamar. Yeah, you better.
What about Jaden Daniels?
Hey,
Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Hey, Bill. This is for Bill. Bill is muted. Bill is muted. I'm throwing a flag at him.
Oh, that's
Motherfucker tried to slide that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked it up real quick there, buddy.
All right, let's move on. We had a thriller in the NFC West. We had the Arizona Cardinals going into San Francisco, upsetting them 24-23. I want to ask Deuce this. Do you think are the Cardinals that good or are the 49ers that bad?
I don't think the 49ers are bad.
It was just off. You think it was just a division game that just got to him?
It's one of them fucking. It's just a trap game, bro. And I don't know. Trap games happen. And I don't think the Cardinals are playing very bad ball this year.
No, not at all. Kyler Murray he went 19 for 30, had 195 passing yards. He had a 50. He had a 50 plus yard rushing touchdown.
That was a really good fucking run. I actually
it was a good run. I agree.
He did a lot of. I will say the thing he did differently that I saw this game. They did a lot of very good design runs for him, and he executed very well.
I can't stand San Francisco at the same fucking time, so it was just as satisfying to watch them lose. And
I will say this,
yeah.
Going back to what Deuce said 2 weeks ago, and we kind of all shrugged it off. Are the 49ers really that good, or are they just not now? They have been struggling. They're struggling, bro, and they don't have any injuries right now. They're struggling.
No, McCaffrey out.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Yeah, but Mason's
Their
doing his
defense
thing.
is struggling.
Nah, but Mason's doing his thing though. Mason's still he almost had.
You can't even say the McCaffrey thing has even affected him like that. I just don't know if they're that good this year.
No, it's Brock Purdy. I've never believed in Brock Purdy.
It's
Brock Purdy. 19 for 35? What? 244 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Ayuk was his number 1 receiver. Kittle behind him. Jennings with 13. Debo didn't do nothing. I don't know if he got hurt.
I think he just fell. He's not 100% yet.
Listen, I don't believe in the 49ers. Their defense has always carried them. And McCaffrey's carried that offense. And you're talking about a fluky at best Cardinals team. Who knows what Cardinals team is walking in the building that day? I would never put money on the freaking Cardinals ever.
Yeah, you're right. Even if they're playing like the Raiders or the Jaguars or the Panthers.
Yeah. Kyler Murray went 19 for 30. That's not good. I mean, it's not terrible. 195 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nah. Cool, mediocre game.
Yeah, Purdy had that. They got the ball back. I think the Cardinals took the lead with like 30-ish seconds to go, and Purdy had the ball on first down. He threw a pick, and I'm just like, no, he's not real. Let's see. All right, we'll move on here. Had the Green Bay Packers going to Los Angeles. You can say Jordan Love looked much better. No, not really. I'm not saying that. Some may say that he looked better. I don't think so. Packers win against the struggling Rams team, 24-19. Jordan Love, 15 for 26, 224 yards, two tutties, and an interception. Coach, do you think Love should have still been in there, or do you think it should have still been Malik Willis?
The fuck was that?
That's me taking a deep breath. I think they need to see what Willis can do. Right?
Yeah.
This is Jordan Love, max 100%. Right? You're playing against a crap Rams team, right? Crap Rams team. And you struggled to where they made you panic. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see it in him. They don't listen. I know that the Green Bay Packers are a young team. I get it. That's the excuse. All Green Bay. You talk to a Green Bay Packer fan. When they win, the greatest team on the face of earth. But when they lose, oh, it's a young team. It's a young team. You just don't understand. It's a young team. I've heard that fucking excuse over and over and over. Dude, I don't care. It's the NFL. Nobody cares how young your team is. So you put somebody better under the helm of the team, and I think you got a pretty decent team. Jordan Love is not that guy. Boom.
Awesome. Good take. Good take.
Do you think that so we're sticking with the fact that we think that they paid him too much too early?
Oh, 100%. Way too early. Way.
All of these quarterbacks, you're not producing shit. So what the fuck are you getting paid all this money for?
Exactly.
I mean, I can't say not producing shit, but you're not winning. You're not getting to the championship games. So why are you getting all this fucking money?
Mm-hmm.
Facts. On the Green Bay offensive side, Tucker Kraft did go out 4 catches, 88 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had 2 really good touchdowns in that game, and I picked him up in a couple of my fantasy leagues, and I'm thankful for that.
I got him in this one though, and I'm first place. Thank you.
I'm not too far behind.
Talk to me nicely, man. Talk to me nice.
What do you mean? I'm not too far behind, bro.
I'm number 1 right now. Talk to me nicely.
All right.
No, bro.
On the other side of the ball, Matt Stafford didn't look that much better either. He went 29 for 45, 260 yards, a touchdown, and interception. Kyron Williams still continues to dominate. He had 22 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay, cool. Next game. Who cares?
They're injury ridden. They're going to be continuing.
How do the Rams get this big, beautiful stadium? And do you even know a Rams fan?
No, I don't.
You know, how you get SoFi Stadium, bro? What? Don't they share it with the Chargers too?
Yep.
Like, do you know a Chargers fan? Like, what is this?
I do know a couple Chargers fans though.
This is crazy.
I don't know any Rams fans.
three of
A
them.
couple. Yeah.
I liked LT back in the day, but that's about as far.
Oh
as
yeah, LT and Antonio Gates, amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
He's a goat for sure. All right, moving on. New York Giants go into Seattle and beat the Seattle Seahawks 29-20. No one saw that coming. No one saw it coming. Coach, did you see it coming?
Okay. I wouldn't have picked the Giants to win, but Seattle hasn't been playing their best football.
After a 3-0 start?
They played the Broncos. They played the Patriots. They played the Dolphins.
Okay. All right.
Then they play a tough team like the Rams and get beat to sleep. And then they go up against a Giants team that's struggling in their own identity. I mean, sure. Giants haven't been playing bad ball as much as you guys like to hate on them because you guys are, your own fans. But Giants have not been playing bad ball. Outside of like,
well, you're not. Me and Deuce are not going to agree to that. That Daniel Jones is playing good.
Right. They barely lose to a Washington Commanders team. They beat the Browns team. They should have. It was a tight game against the Cowboys, and then they beat the Seahawks. Yeah.
And they should have beat you. I ain't gonna lie too. So there is that.
All right, whatever. Anyways, save it for a different episode. Daniel Jones, 23 for 34, 257 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No comment on that. I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot again. I already admitted stuff enough about Washington. So, Tyrone Tracy, on the other hand, with no Devin Singletary this game, Tyrone Tracy is the next man up.
Fucking balling, bro.
He was that next man up mentality.
He was running his ass off. I was talking about that during the highlights. He was fucking running. All their highlights was about him fucking running the ball down the field.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was short gains. He was getting yards. I think that he takes that spot, man. Or at least he gets to a point where he can do that 1-2 punch.
True. They also had no Malik Neighbors, so Darius Slayton, another next man up. 8 catches for 122 yards and a touchdown.
He had 2 deep balls in
Yeah.
the same drive that got him their touchdowns. So
2 deep balls. Oh.
they said the Giants couldn't throw the ball down the field. He did it twice. He said it twice.
Yeah,
You
indeed.
gotta have
indeed.
Them deep balls, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Shaft deep.
Sheesh.
Hey, TikTok, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. Geno Smith, 28 for 40, 284 yards and a touchdown.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Pat your stats, dude. That's what people talk. Oh,
Geno Smith is leading the league, and
good for him, dude. They're 3-2. Nobody cares. Goodbye. Next.
I tell you what,
dude. Nobody cares.
they're rushing. Their rushing looked really bad. The Giants' rush defense is really good.
Dude, nobody cares.
That's the only thing I'll admit about the Giants. It's good about the Giants. Their rush defense is really good. They held Kenneth Walker to 19 yards. They held Charbonnet to 11 yards. That
Yeah.
was pretty much it.
Okay. Listen. Geno Smith, 28 for 40, 284 yards, 1 touchdown. The number 1 rusher on their team, Geno Smith, 4 carries for 72 yards. The number 1 receiver on their team, Geno Smith, for no, I'm just kidding. Listen, like, if it's cool, man, those stats are great, but you're not winning games. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they're not winning games.
So you
And I
start
don't think-
putting it together. I get it. My team's the same record and stuff, but my team is clicking. Your team is not anymore.
They have a hard schedule coming up too. Let's see here.
Games that they should have won, aka the Giants. Hello. I can understand losing to the Lions because the Lions are a tough team. You beat the struggling Dolphins and you beat the struggling Patriots. You beat the struggling Broncos. I don't care what anybody says because the Broncos game, these last 4 games have been complete ass. This week 5, that was a different Bronco team. That was a team that looks like they're kind of clicking a little bit there.
Yeah.
But you've beaten teams that maybe had at that point each 1 win, if that. Like, cool, man. And then you played a Lions team that is dominant, get beat to sleep, and then you lose to a Giants team? What? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Now you're going to play against a 49ers team that's definitely going to be on a redemption game? Oh, my God. It's going to be ugly. Then you play the Falcons. You play the Bills. The Rams is going to be your easiest game.
Yeah, it's looking tough in Seattle. I'll tell you though, that field goal block was clutch.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Giants. Yeah, that was crazy. The announcers are like talking, "Oh, Gene, should it have been is he allowed to jump over the center like that?" Yes, he is.
He didn't jump over the center, though. He cleared the side.
Yeah, he cleared the side, exactly. He didn't jump over him. So it was just a good play. It was just a good design. So all right. Someone want to take the lead for the Sunday night game so I can rest my voice real quick? I got a lot to say.
All right.
Well,
Well-
what do you have a lot to say about, Matt?
It's not all good stuff. It's not all positive stuff. It's some negative stuff.
You got a
So.
lot to say to them Steelers fans.
Okay. So the Dallas Cowboys take on the Steelers. Cowboys squeak by 20-17. Dak Prescott. What is that?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. It wasn't that funny. Dak Prescott. I'm just kidding. Dak Prescott, 29 for 42, 352 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Justin Fields on the other side of the ball did exactly what I've been saying. If you have to rely on Fields, he will let you down. Their rushing game couldn't do nothing. They had to rely on Fields, and that's what killed them. Justin Fields, 15 for 27, 132 yards with 2 touchdowns. Listen, that Steelers defense is no joke. They did a very good job all game, keeping it tight until the very end. And then that's when the Cowboys squeak by. There's only so much a defense can do if your offense can't do shit. You had that nice interception, and the freaking Steelers go, 1, 2, 3 out. Was it an interception or fumble? I can't remember.
What,
It was one of the interceptions towards the end of the game. I think it was an interception. Wasn't it an interception towards the end of the game? And then they went.
Cowboys didn't catch any interceptions. So
no, I know. That's what I'm saying. The Steelers picked off Dak Prescott towards the end of the game, but then what ended up happening is
they went 3 and out.
They went 3 and out, and then you guys got the ball back, and then that was it.
Yep,
that was it.
Yeah,
you take it away, my friend. I mean, that's my take. Congratulations, Cowboys. You guys won the game. You guys do not look good. First of all, you pissed me off. I picked y'all to win. You almost made Deuce look kind of decent in these picks with this one. I was about to be pissed off. You guys pulled it off at the end. I don't know.
So a couple things. First of all, not a huge. Before we get to that, not a huge big deal. The game was delayed about an hour and a half. I don't think it affected anybody that much. There were storms in the area.
It affected my fucking morning.
That's true. Yeah, for a history standpoint, it was like the longest day of football like in history. Dak Prescott became the first player to throw touchdowns in 2 separate days.
Right back, boys.
Yeah. Look, you just keep feeding him goddamn accolades.
He's my quarterback. You do the same thing to Hurts, even though he sucks ass.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even bring that up.
Sure.
Fuck Dak.
Absolutely.
Weird.
Anyways, all in all, I'm a realist when it comes to Cowboys.
You just keep force feeding him accolades.
He doesn't want to let me do my take in peace. That's all.
I'm gonna not say anything, that you got this.
I challenge you. Yes, Dak Prescott threw 2 interceptions. I wanted to punch my TV horribly. I wanted to punch my TV. I wanted to take it and open my screen porch and throw it out the window when he did that. Rough. He's not really an interception thrower. He had one season where he had as many touchdowns as interceptions. Hopefully, it doesn't turn into that this year.
This Shelby chick, he's joining in this hashtag in Taylor Swift every time we go live.
That's crazy.
She must be one of the ones that said that. Why is that?
Something.
Why are you guys so worried about Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
Listen. I really hate that everybody keeps blaming Dak Prescott. I'm just gonna go out here and say it. I will fight this hill right now. I will stand up here and I will hold that man's back. The dude had to throw for 42 attempts. 42 attempts. Okay. No shit, he had interceptions. All right. Your run game was this was the best rushing.
It was. I was just about to get to that. I was just about to get to that, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, this is the best rushing they've had. There is no run game over there.
No, I can second that.
It sucks. It sucks for him. I listen. I don't like Dak Prescott. Don't get me wrong. I don't like him, but I gotta back him up here, man. The poor kid is doing. Not kid. He's a man now, but he's doing a lot.
He's breaking his back carrying that offense.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, the Steelers defense, totally perfectly designed to shut down CeeDee Lamb. He had 5 catches for 62 yards. He did have that really good toe tap catch. I will say that was really nice. But yes, going back to the run game, Rico Dowdle finally he stepped up. He had 87 yards. He had a catching touchdown, which was great. Overall, just he finally was able to step up. Zeke looks bad. It's really disappointing because I was a huge fan of him when he came up as he was coming up throughout the years. Did I think he deserved his money when he got paid? Yes, but ever since then, it's just been a downhill slide. Yes, the Steelers defense is amazing. They're definitely the top defense in the league. They played the Cowboys hard, but I will say this. That last drive, the last Cowboys drive with the game-winning touchdown with 20 seconds to go, that was well executed. That was perfectly executed by the Cowboys. And I kept telling my dad, I kept telling my friends who were watching with me that Mike McCarthy was making some really, really bad decisions as a coach.
Not a good coach.
Well, the only reason you had the opportunity to have that final drive was the fact that they don't have an offense. There's nothing going on the other side of the ball. If they would have fucking executed on all those turnovers that fucking Dak Prescott led over, it would have been over. It would have been way fucking beyond gone. It would have been no chance for you at the end of that fucking game. Be real.
I am being real.
Y'all are really fucking relying on 50-plus yard field goals from this man because it's just fucking.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
What am I talking about? How many touchdowns did you score in that game?
We scored 2 touchdowns. Still won the game.
That's not enough. Bro, that's not enough to win the fucking game. How many field goals was made?
2 field goals. Should have been 3, but the Steelers special teams got to 1.
Y'all relying on long ass field goals to win y'all the game, and then hopefully maybe
That's not true.
To fucking get a final drive and pull it out of his ass.
This is a Eagles fan coming through.
You know what? I can't wait for Cowboys Eagles week. I cannot wait.
I can't either, bro. I can't either.
Listen,
We still got another month. We got another month.
At the end of the day, I'm not blaming Dak, and I get it, and I get what Deuce is saying that they shouldn't have won the game. But at the end of the day, yeah, Dak threw a shitty timed interception towards the end of the game. But the defense, that's why you have another part of your team. You have your offense and you have your defense. And the defense came up, showed out, stopped them to give them the ball back to then go ahead and make that other drive. So at the end of the day, they are a strong team, the Cowboys, and it's a formidable team. It's just, where is your identity? Your identity cannot be solely pass the ball. You cannot rely on this man to make 42 passes. That is very difficult.
It is. It is.
You have to have a run game. You have to have the team guessing, is it going to be a run or is it going to be a pass? When they just think it's pass, the protection and the scheming becomes a lot more simpler.
Well, the thing is too, look, as you just mentioned, they have no run game. So all the runs they have designed, it's just they sniff them out real quick, and then it got shut down the last 4 weeks or 3 weeks because the Browns it was decent, but against the Saints, against the Ravens, there was no run game to be identified. The other thing too about the Cowboys, their defense was banged up. We had no Micah Parsons. We had no DeMarcus Lawrence. We lost our defensive end who was replacing Micah Parsons, Marshawn Nealand. Probably has an ACL tear. He's probably done for the year. Next man up mentality. That was just amazing what they did.
That was cool.
It was really cool to watch. What did you say, Deuce?
Micah Parsons ain't done shit since week 1.
Oh, brother, here we go.
Micah Parsons
is a presence on the field. That's what he needs to do. That's
he's
all
a fucking monster, bro.
He's gonna.
All he needs to do if he gets a double team every play, he's doing his job. He's doing his job. He doesn't need to get there every time. But if he's drawing a double team every play, and then whenever he doesn't draw the double team, and then he beats, like, he's doing his job, man. I tell that to all my defensive linemen. I'm like, dog, if you're getting double teamed all the time, it's because they schemed against you.
For sure.
They schemed against you because you are that dude. You are that person.
For sure. Two more things, and then I promise I'm done. Staying on that next man up mentality, Jalen Tolbert steps in for Brandon Cooks, who is probably gonna be out for a while. What a dog! 7 catches for 87 yards in that game-winning touchdown. He's looking really good. He's been on the team for a long time now, but he's finally getting his opportunity. And then the other thing that really was just pissing me off during the game was the amount of penalties that were on both the Cowboys and the Steelers. It was just a really dirty game overall.
Oh, we'll get into penalties. So.
Yeah, we'll get into penalties, but the Cowboys they got to clean that up. They got to going forward. They got to clean it up because it really doesn't get easier from here.
Trash.
So that's my take on the Cowboys. A win's a win. It was an ugly game. My stress level, my blood pressure was boiling.
You know you ass and you gotta say a win's a win. Ass. Trash. Hefty. I can't wait to be your friend again at the end of the season, bro. This is getting rough on my soul.
Oh, that's crazy.
You can't wait to be a my friend at the end of the season.
What's up? What's different is different. What's different is different.
You're gonna be my friend all the time, no matter fucking what.
He just starts saying random wild ass shit.
Anyways, moving on to last night's game. We had the Kansas City Chiefs. You can say whatever nickname so we don't get in trouble. They remain undefeated. Boring ass game. They win against the New Orleans Saints 26-13. Saul, you're gonna take this one away.
I'm taking this away.
I'm gonna sit back and relax.
All right, I'm taking this away. Okay, I know we can pull it up and fancy and split the screen, but I'm just gonna show y'all something. All right. First of all, I am sick and tired. I will never, ever sit and watch a primetime game where the only game that is on is the Kansas City Chiefs. The glazing, the meat riding that happens during that game is so nauseating. You literally had a play where Carr is scrambling, right? Trying to make a play out of something, throws it, completes a pass. Here are the announcers.
Oh, Troy, he's scrambling for his life out there. Oh my God, they just look like ass.
Next set of downs comes up. Here comes Patrick Mahomes. Same thing, scrambling, trying to find a play, throws it, completes a pass.
Oh, Troy, look at how he's just out there. He's like a magician. Oh my God, I just want to.
Like, dude, come on, bro. Like, it's not even fair. It's just so. It's so bad. The announcing is so bad. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, Chris. What's the other dude's name?
Michaels, Chris Collinsworth.
Oh my God,
Michaels. Mike Tirico. Excuse me,
dude. It is just a straight. I love Patrick Mahomes. I sniff his underwear fest. That's what they do. Okay. How was this? Blatant as can be. Not a PI. Please explain.
Coach.
We'll let it play back here now that it's focused. Completely tackled, and the ball doesn't get to him. That's not a pass interference.
It definitely is.
Is that
if that was the Chiefs wide receiver?
Funny that you say that, my friend, because there was a play where he throws it for 60 yards or 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever, and they trip, and that is a foul. It's a stupid one because they both tripped. And you hear the announcers,
oh my God, and they're not going to call a flag on that? They're going to do my boy Patrick Mahomes like this?
Like, dude, come on. Stop. It's so obnoxious.
That radio sound every time he grabs the mic like that is hilarious.
Of Joe Aikman. It's great.
It gets better. No. Here we go.
They missed a call for the Chiefs.
Shut up, Bill. Your calls are so stupid, bro. Listen, it gets even better. There's a play. Oh man, I can't find it right now. But there was a play where they called a hold on number 96, right? He was the defensive end away from the play. The Chiefs ran away from him, and they called a hold on him, dog. They played back the review. It was the most vanilla ass, just stands up, hits him, and then he tries to run away from the offensive player, and they called a hold on him. Where was the hold?
Come on, 96, right?
Dude, yes. Or even 96 point something. He's like, what did I do?
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Deuce, do you have that hat ready?
Oh, that hat needs to come out. I'm surprised Deuce didn't put it on, dude.
I'm surprised too.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't have enough aluminum foil to do that, man.
And then at the end, no. Hold on. It gets good. Then at the end, the announcers,
oh, Joe, this was a blowout.
A blowout? This was not a blowout. This was a tight game all the way up until the fourth quarter.
What a blowout win for the Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
What are you talking about? They barely won the game. Towards the end is when they started taking off. Give me a break, dude. Oh, God. It's so – and then on top of that, I had to see old vanilla-faced girl up top every 5 seconds. Give me a break, dude. I don't care. You guys can cancel us. Taylor Swift and your little Swifties ain't happening.
apparently,
No, and then what pissed me off too? Here's another thing. Why did Travis Kelce walk off the field? Why did he walk off the field before the game was over? Why? Because he was mad. It's temper tantrums, dude. Bunch of drama queens.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was looking, and apparently Bill Belichick said something about being tired of seeing Taylor Swift on the screen during the Peyton Manning, the Mannings, how they had their little
the Manning cast. Yeah, he did say that.
Apparently, he said something about how he was tired of seeing her.
Isn't man also dating like a 23-year-old?
I will say this though, Coach. Your wife is in here. Travis performs better when T Swift's in the house, and
my wife.
Bullshit.
I'm out a second.
Bullshit.
Wait a minute.
I call bullshit.
She is not in this chat right now. Let me jump on mine.
Pretty sure that's her name, ain't it?
You're pulling that up, Coach. Why don't you talk about that interception that was through the end zone?
Yeah, that's my wife. Whatever. Dude.
Yep, he can do that.
She's sipping on that tea. Okay, here's the play. Here's the play of that player that got called for a hold. The player is the top player up here, all the way up here. That's the guy, right? That's the guy that they call a hold. All right. Let's play it.
If you send me the link, I can pull up on the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, where is this hold? Well, here I'll back it up a little bit. There it is. Let it play. Hold on, me.
Nowhere to be seen.
Holding?
Nowhere
to be seen.
Where is he holding?
Nowhere to be seen.
Then they called a hold on him.
That's some.
Then they called a hold on him.
It's horseshit.
Then they called a hold on him.
Crazy.
It's not to me, honestly. I liked Patrick Mahomes, man. I've always liked Kansas City. I'm not gonna lie to you. Larry Johnson, Priest Holmes, those are greats, bro. Oh my God, I used to love watching them because they could run the lights out of a building. But this team has become such a prima donna team. It is obnoxious. Travis Kelce walking off the field before the game's over because he felt like he didn't get enough passes. I mean, that's the only thing I can assume, because they showed him walking off in the tunnel while everybody else is meeting in the middle. Right?
Yeah.
You got a guy that's crying for every penalty possible. Every pass that is good and well deflected, I need a penalty, and I need it now. It's so, I cannot watch it. I hate it. That's another reason why I don't like watching the Dallas games, man. Y'all get flagged all the time, and that's just because of undisciplined shit. Y'all need to figure that out.
Yeah,
I think y'all are like the number one most flagged team.
We've held that for many years, so it's something I'm used to.
I'd much rather see a shootout good game where they're not me riding one person the whole time, and then it's just that's my rant.
I watched that Denver game with fucking Tom Brady announcement. Let me tell you, it's a fucking watch.
Yeah,
it's a watch.
That's crazy. Wow. That's Bill. That's crazy.
Hot take from Bill. Hot take from Bill.
Wow.
Somebody read that one.
No, I'm not reading that. I'm not trying to get canceled. Coach, we were on stream last night. It got clipped on our TikTok.
Hold on one second. It says, someone asked Deuce about Chewbacca on his uniform.
Yeah. I say it all the time. I don't want to talk about it. It's Chewbacca at this point. It's Chewbacca.
Coach, let's talk about that pick that Mahomes threw in the end zone by that defensive lineman. That was a crazy play.
So exciting.
That was awesome.
So exciting. So exciting. Let me tell you something.
Absolutely.
I got up. I started screaming like a kid. Like listen, when I see big D linemen go in there and do their thing, and then they get a pick and they're able to return the ball, that's so exciting, man. I was so happy for the dude. Come to find out, he's like a backup dancer to Taylor Swift too. Like now, like it's something crazy,
something crazy like that.
I can't get away from it. Like it's like stuck everywhere now. It's so obnoxious, but nevertheless, man, I was so excited that the homie got that pick and he was able to take it out.
Absolutely,
he returned it for like 30 something yards, right?
Yeah, he was turning for 30 yards.
He had a hell of a run.
Yeah, I mean he steamrolled a couple guys.
You can actually see
See,
that.
Bill, hey,
clip
Bill knows
on
what
our
it is. Like you
TikTok.
said, no, it's his brother. Look at you, Bill. Look at you.
Definitely. Mahomes, besides the pick, he had 20. He went 20 for 39, 331 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster came out of nowhere. I said it last night on our watch party. He's probably one of the most forgotten active players in the NFL currently in the NFL. He went 7 catches for 130 yards.
Not a fan. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do. Let's see what you can do against a good team.
True. Kareem Hunt, first or second game back from his 6 year from being on the team 6 years ago. 27 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Solid.
Yeah.
He did drop a touchdown, yes.
Juju was the reason they got that interception, wasn't it? Juju was going on a slant.
Yeah, it came out of his hands, and yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, hats off to the Chiefs, man. You guys 5-0. I mean, it not for nothing. It takes work. You got to get there, and you got to.
What's their schedule coming up? Let's see. Let's see. They go on their bye this week. Thank God we got a break from them, and then they play the 49ers after that.
Yeah, that's not going to be a good game. They play the Raiders, not a good game. Their
Buccaneers.
next probably big competition is the Buccaneers. Then they play a struggling Broncos team. Then they play a who knows Bills team. Then they play the Panthers. Oh my God, what a cupcake schedule! Their hardest game, I'm going to say, is going to be all the way down to December 21st against the Texans.
That's going to be a good game for sure.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game.
That's a Saturday game too.
Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, hey, it is what it is. And I get it. Everybody's a big Kansas City fan now, and and it's easy.
You wouldn't even say the Bucks game's not that hard on Monday night?
Yeah, that'll be a decent game, but I mean, who knows what Baker Mayfield decides to show up? I told you, I'm on the fence on Baker Mayfield. I'm on the fence with him.
Absolutely.
I've always been on the fence with him because he has great games and then he does nothing. Then he looks like homeless Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, indeed. On the Saints side of the ball, just did nothing going for him. Derek Carr just didn't look comfortable. Kamara only rushed for 26 yards. Chris Olave he's a fantasy killer. He had 2 catches for 10 yards. He's supposed to be one of the top receivers in the league this year. Not looking too good.
I mean,
just boring game overall.
Derek Carr didn't look great. Like you said, he looked like he struggled. He did.
Yeah.
Kamara was non-existent. Again, that's another guy. One game he's going off. The next game, where'd he go? Who is that?
Yep, exactly. Now, this was going to be my big question of the week. Are the Saints fake? Do you think, or are they just struggling? Are they fake?
Yes, I think they're fake.
You think they're fake?
Yeah,
because I'm saying they're fake AF. Ian Deuce.
Yeah.
The Saints really fake after a solid 2-0 start.
I feel like they just had a fluke. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, at the end of the day, they came out fucking guns blazing, and they ain't done shit since.
Yep. I think ever since the Dallas game, they haven't been able to figure it out. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Falcons. But I mean, that was a crazy last second loss, and they get blown out. They get not blown out, but they lose to the Chiefs. Boring game. I didn't say. I corrected myself.
They're fake. Y'all fake, man.
What do you think about Bill's take? Bill
Saints 8-9.
Saints 9-0 is crazy.
Hey, Deuce, what you doing, buddy?
I'm playing the game now, dog. I'm outside. I'm like y'all. I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, here we go. Listen, hey, for all y'all that are still here, man, we appreciate all of y'all for real. Listen, we all, 3 of us live in Florida, man. Let us know if you guys live in Florida, if you guys are preparing for this storm. It is nasty. This bad boy has grown up to a 5, category 5, has bumped down to 4. I think it's back out of 5. I haven't checked it since we've been on the show. It's been changing every 5 minutes.
Well, and the crazy thing too. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
The crazy. I was driving home today, and they're talking about on the radio. it's so powerful. The people in the Hurricane Center even like talked about making a Category 6.
Yes,
that's how strong it is.
Yes, I remember seeing one of the whatever they're called. He put a comment and he said that mathematically it is as strong as planet Earth can essentially handle. This hurricane is that strong. Like he's at a loss of words about how the pressure is dropping. It's almost one of the lowest pressured hurricanes, which is bad for us. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's supposed to hit and do mass destruction. I feel bad for the people. I'm on the east side, so we'll get it. We'll get it bad, but we're not going to get it as bad as people on the West Coast. Whatever. Courtney says it's back at a Category 5, so that's awesome. It was at a 4 for a little bit, so it's back in strength. I don't know who to trust here. I don't know who to trust because these meteorologists were talking about, oh, this thing will never reach a Category 4. Well, it got to 5.
They got to 5. They don't know what they're talking about.
That is crazy.
Then they said no, and then they said that it would go down to a 3. When is it going to go down to a 3? It's not. This thing is doing its own thing. It has its own mind.
Well, I think at this point, I think that they're saying when it hits land, by the time it gets to the middle, it's gonna be 3, but still it's gonna be crazy.
3 is still really bad.
It's bad.
3 is still really bad.
Well, I'll say the reason why Courtney's watching it really heavily is because she was supposed to go to Disney World leaving Wednesday, and she had to cancel.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so we are preparing for this storm. It's not nothing. It's not nothing to take lightly, especially if you're on the West Coast, man. If you're on the West Coast, man, evacuate, please. I know you all don't know me. Some of y'all don't know me, but please leave. It is not fun. It is not safe. It is. Yes, it is. 185 mile per hour wind sustained in gusts up to 200 miles. Yes, Bill. I mean, it is bad. Like this thing is
it's bad.
This is crazy. People are like, oh, yeah, 180 mile per hour. Dude, that is
that is like you're asking for your death right there.
That is wicked fast. Like, imagine trying to drive 180 miles per hour. The slightest movement in that steering wheel, you will send yourself into a death spin and start flipping. Okay, 180 miles per hour is ridiculous. So
indeed. But before we get into our before we move on to next week in our primetime picks, congrats to Coach. He got his first fantasy win.
Hey yo, go Coach!
After 4 weeks?
Let's relax.
I'm kidding.
Don't come at me like that.
You want to pull up the you want to pull up the fantasy stats?
Let me figure out how I can do this with the TikTok shit.
If you can, it's fine, man. I mean, we're still trying to figure out how to incorporate TikTok fully. So, but nevertheless, guys, we are doing the fantasy thing, and we'll try and post. Maybe we could post pictures, just everybody's game after. Maybe on TikTok or something like that. If you guys want to check it out, and or on our social medias like Facebook, and see how we all did. I'm praying to God that Joe Mixon finally comes out and plays.
I know, man. I need him back. He was a keeper in one of my leagues. And
whoa, wait! Your family is staying put in Tampa. Oh my God, that is crazy!
Wow,
Corny,
Pinellas Park. Oh, that's crazy.
She's been talking to him.
That's insane. Pinellas Park. So Pinellas Park, for you guys who don't know, and Courtney, you can correct me if I'm wrong. That is on the St. Petersburg side. It's right on the Gulf, right there. It's an island, pretty much.
That is scary. That is scary. Crazy. This is not something to take lightly. And I know you've probably already reiterated this to your family. Holy crap. I will pray for your family because this is nasty. And I've been to Tampa, and man, when I've passed by through Tampa, I've always been like, dude, the water is almost level to the land. Joe, Bill, leave me alone, man. You're gonna hurt my feelings. But it's already almost level to the land. So the smallest storm is gonna make it flood. You got a Cat 5 coming at you. And I understand we're not Georgia, we're not Tennessee, we don't have mountains, we're not going to get rain washes and landslides. But man, you don't have to worry about that. You got to worry about if your roof can stay on your building. 100 and even if it hits at a category 3, that is still anywhere from 110 mile per hour winds to 130.
It's bad.
9 to 12 feet above normal tide. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's insane.
So even if it's hitting at the lowest category that they're trying to say it's going to hit to maybe not cause people to freak out, that's still ridiculous. 130 mile per hour winds is kind of crazy and scary.
Coach, have they already postponed all the high school? I think we talked about it. Everything's canceled. Okay.
Yeah, no. All schooling events were canceled on Monday.
Okay.
And now we had early release today, and then Wednesday and Thursday were off. Now that the storm's coming in a little bit later on Thursday, they've automatically already canceled Friday, and then Monday was already a teacher work day. So hey boys, I'm gonna be chilling. You know?
Hey, to put it into perspective, for those of you who live up north who get days off for snow, this is basically our snow holidays pretty much. Up north, we get you need multiple days off for snowstorms and all that because the roads aren't good. This is basically it. So to put it in perspective.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Absolutely. Well, hey, if you're still in here, you're still hanging with us spending your Tuesday night with us, we appreciate you. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that follow button. Make sure to share it out with your friends, your families, your cousins, your dogs, sisters, brothers, whoever else. We appreciate all the interaction. If you're on TikTok, make sure you double tap on that screen, hitting that follow button. And we appreciate all the interaction. All right. Should we get to these primetime games for week number 6?
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. One thing real quick.
Oh, yes, yeah, for sure.
Hey, please keep us posted, man. I do care.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you personally or anything like that, but, let us know what's going on. Once it passes, your family's safe, whatever.
Absolutely.
We'll see what we can do because that's tough. So,
for sure. Yeah, we're all in this together. We're all in this together for sure. All right, let's get to the primetime games. Thursday night, I tell you what, we're finally getting some good. Last season, the Thursday night games weren't really that good. We're getting some pretty solid Thursday night games this season.
I agree.
We got 2 teams coming off a loss from week 5. We got the 49ers visiting the Seahawks. I want to start with Deuce.
49ers revenge game. Let's get it.
49ers revenge game. They're 3.5-point favorite. What about E?
I'm going to the Niners as well. Even though I think that they're not as good, I think that the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks were 3-0 flop. Honestly, and I think that the Niners they need some revenge. They need to show something. They got too much talent to be as bad as they are right now.
True. How about Coach?
Let me think about it. You go ahead and give your take real quick. I'm
gonna go. Yep, go. You're good. I'm gonna go Seahawks upset.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling. Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Are you okay? Well, I'm gonna go Seahawks upset. I think both teams are good. This is gonna be a revenge game for both teams, but I think just the Seahawks are just a little bit more complete. They play tough at home. Like Bill says, division game. You never know what's gonna happen. But I'm going with my gut in this. I go Seahawks upset. 3.5-point underdog.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here with Matt, and I think I'm gonna go with the Seahawks with the upset. Geno Smith is way better than Brock Purdy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If I'm gonna put, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, you definitely let us know, brother. Let us know about that. If I'm gonna go position per position, I have Seattle over Brock Purdy. I have DK over because Debo's MIA. So,
and Ayuk Ayuk's he's still up there, but he's not DK Metcalf level.
Right. So, hold on a second. I just knocked my thing out.
Oh, I was like, did you already lose power?
Nah, his light's still on in the back.
Gotcha. All right, so we're splitting it 2-2 for the Thursday night game. Got another London game, so we got multiple weeks here. We're going. We got some Europe games.
Sunday, so you're going to start your Sunday morning with the Jaguars and the Bears. Kick it off.
Got the Bears in that one. Bears are starting to play more complete. Jaguars are just trash this season. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
I really don't need much more of an explanation than that.
for sure. Coach, same thing.
Bears.
Deuce.
Yeah.
Bears, easy pick.
Yeah, I'll make it a sweep. Let's go Bears here. Bears Caleb Williams looks much better. I think he continues the dominance. However, I don't think Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he still threw for 300 yards last week. I think he'll still have a decent offensive game. One thing I did forget to bring up in that we kind of rushed through that one. Tank Bigsby stepped up in that game. Do you think he's a new running back one?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. He's been a little bit more consistent before I could say he's better than ETN.
From a fantasy perspective, it's kind of a killer. But Coach,
Yeah, thanks. I have him, actually. I have ETN. Thank you.
ETN. Oh,
Thank you for reminding me.
I have ETN in like 3 other leagues. So
Asshole.
I forgot you're.
You always know how to hit the sore spots, dude. You always just know how to hey.
I always
just
forget
dig
that.
into coaches. Let me just dig into coaches' dive.
I'd be forgetting that Matt's in like 20 different leagues.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm in 8 I'm in 8 fantasy leagues.
I forget that Matt hates life. Anyways, no, yeah,
Hey,
I think
for sure. So ETN's still number 1.
well, hopefully. But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, Trevor Lawrence threw against a struggling Colts team, almost 400 yards. So this Bears team is not struggling defensively.
No, they're a juggernaut on defense.
Offensively is where they've been struggling. But Caleb is kind of taking over the helm a little bit better. So yeah, I got the Bears. Yeah.
All right, so we go 4-0 on the Bears. Let's see. Sunday night, we talked about it earlier.
Hold on a second. Bill has the Jags. Courtney has the Bears as well in the chat.
Okay.
Danielle has the Jags over on TikTok.
Oh, brother.
I know. Sunday night, this one's gonna hurt. This is just not a good. It's not gonna be a great rated game. It's gonna be ugly. However you want to say it. We got the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the New York Giants. Coach, let's start with you.
Bengals.
It's easy enough. Deuce.
You got.
Sorry.
My
Go ahead,
bad.
Coach.
I didn't see who was playing.
No,
Coach?
I'm just saying. I'm saying you got Higgins, and you have Chase healthy. Bengals.
True. Deuce, it's Bengals at the Giants.
At the Giants?
No crazy picks this week, Deuce?
Nah, I'm going Cincinnati. I got to keep it safe, bro.
Indeed. Who about you, E?
Bengals, easy. It's not a hard pick.
Yeah. Bengals are 3.5-point favorite. I go Bengals. I don't see. I mean, they're just.
3.5 is really low.
He was wild. Yeah.
I know. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. We talked about Daniel Jones. He's putting up decent stats, and I think they'll have Singletary and they'll have Malik Neighbors back, but I think the Bengals defense will come up top better. But this is just going to be a bad Sunday night game to watch for sure. And the Bengals are just more of a complete team. I think Bill's turning. I think Bill got that. Got the.
Bill, you slipping on that juice tonight, bro? Because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Let's see. Daniel's going for the Giants in the TikTok chat, and then let's go Monday night. Monday night's actually we got another AFC East matchup. We got the Buffalo Bills visiting the New York Jets. It's going to be a rough go for the Jets. Coming off a new coach, I go Bills here. It's blatantly obvious.
Bills, you got the head coach shit going on. They weren't playing good to begin with. So I mean, Bills, they haven't played great against good teams, but the Jets aren't really playing great ball right now.
Coach,
Bills.
Deuce.
Yeah, Bills. Josh Allen is going to have one of them games where they can suck Josh Allen's dick and get him league-wide. Yeah, that's good, Bills.
And yeah,
Okay, hold on. She said, "Let's bring it back." And actually,
She's talking about the Ravens and the Commanders game.
Oh yeah, we can highlight that one.
I'm down to put that up.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's tough.
Ravens for me. I never pick Washington. Ravens.
It's not that I will never pick Washington if they haven't really been tested hard here.
No, I agree. This is going to be a huge test for Washington.
Yeah.
And I think Derrick Henry's going to run down the throat.
Now, here's Bill. You know what, Bill? I'm never picking the Chiefs ever again. Matter of fact, I know where you live. I'm going to send you a hot, steaming pile of. Use your imagination.
Honestly, I think it's going to be a fucking great game. The only thing that I feel is going to hold up the Commanders is their defense hasn't played top tier this year. And I think that the Ravens offense is going to push it. I think the Ravens are going to win. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout. But I think the Ravens defense is going to hold them enough to take the win.
What about you, Deuce?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my get back on this game, bro. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Washington, bro. I think Jaden Downs is gonna go ahead and give us another reason to go ahead and give him some extra
You
type.
know what, dude?
What?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the upset of the week, I think.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout.
I think it'll be low scoring.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think the Ravens win like a touchdown?
I think that both offenses are operating at a higher level.
Yeah.
I just don't think that I think that the Ravens defense is just a little bit better than what the Commanders have shown. So the Commanders aren't going to be able to get the win, but it's going to be close.
All right.
Definitely. What?
Your Commanders, hey, I've heard your name like 3 different times throughout the week because of your Commanders.
Really? Why by her? That's fine. That's fine. I'm used to being hated, so. Yep, it's all good. Well, hey, for those of you who spent your Tuesday night with us, we appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that follow button. We're live every Tuesday. We're gonna we got a couple throughout the week. We do a couple of interactions. We do sometimes some watch parties. Y'all down for any watch parties this week?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I
got plenty of time.
That's right. I'd be down to do that Thursday. I'd be down to do that Thursday game.
I mean, if we have power, sure, let's get it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got to make sure we have power first.
We'll be knee deep in a hurricane.
Facts. Yeah, no, you said you have work pretty late, right? Or you spend time with your kids?
Thursday. I mean, I'll be there, but I can same as all the last ones. I'll just be in late. But I can still set it up.
All right, we'll try and set it for Thursday. If not, we'll do a Sunday game or something.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I don't know how much power we're gonna have.
For sure. Well, hey, if
I'll make sure I'll post about it on the social media.
Yeah,
whatever day we decide.
Sounds good. Well, if you are in the state of Florida or you're in the path of Hurricane Milton, please do us a favor. Stay safe. Keep us updated. Let us know if you need anything. Do not go outside. Do not stay inside. Stay sheltered. Don't even think about doing anything dumb for the sake of yourself and for everyone else. We'll be thinking about you guys. Think about us down here in Florida as well. Keep us in your thoughts and your prayers. And like I said, hit that follow button, hit that like button. If you're on TikTok, we appreciate you rolling out. Hopefully this was a success. And we'll get the ball rolling. We'll be back next Tuesday. Keep an eye out on all of our social media pages. And if not, y'all have a great evening.
Courtney coming at me at the end. Appreciate it.
Shout out Courtney.
Hey,
all right, guys. Take care.
Love each other. Respect each other. Be easy.
Fucking eat each other's butts.